Okay, the answer has got to be in books, right? If knowledge is power, well, it's got to be somewhere in in the book. So this was what I had come to the conclusion of. I thought I'm very smart, I'm very capable, I've learned many things, so I'll just learn about money and learn about business. I've checked out so many books. Like I was reading and watching videos and checking out podcasts and trying to fill my mind with information. And what was interesting to me was the topic of learning about money, the topic of learning about abundance and business. But reading the books was not exactly what turned things around for me. So if you're a practitioner, healer, or coach, entrepreneur, and you're looking to grow your business, and you can also relate, and you've been studying and you've been reading books and things haven't totally shifted for you, stay tuned. This episode is for you. So it's not necessarily about just taking in information. This is what I've learned, that there is a way to study and a way to implement. And this was not written and instructed in most of the books that I had read when I was struggling and trying to figure out the money thing. I'm a hungry learner. I just love learning. Maybe you do too. So I have a lot of books on my shelf. This is not even half of them. So thing that I had discovered was learning how to learn and learning to implement, learning to apply the information that I was taking in. And this is a different style of learning. This is not just book learning. This is not the way that I remember being taught in most of my education and schooling. This is really internalizing things at a very deep level where it goes right into the subconscious mind, where over 95% of our results come from. And then allowing that to seep into your mind and heart, and then shift things within you so that you then go into the inspired action. And not just taking any kind of action, but taking action in a certain way, operating from a certain place, coming from an abundant, prosperous place, so that you could have two versions of you. I had two versions of me. One where I was spinning my wheels in empty action, doing, sharing, creating things, posting things, but from a place that didn't really have the understanding of some universal laws of success, which are in many of these books that were in this book pile, versus really integrating and having in my heart and spirit that feeling and vibration of prosperity and generosity, and then taking the action from that place. And this is what I help my members to do, and it is just night and day. The first version leads to a lot of overwhelm. It can lead to a lot of frustration. It can lead to dead ends. And then the prosperous, abundant way, where you've actually taken what's in books or maybe even podcasts or course materials and really integrate them into your whole being, and then you show up in that way. It's totally different. So the thing that was interesting was I knew I was smart. I knew I was capable. I knew I could learn to get information in my mental mind. And I could even talk about it, right? Like, or regurgitate it out onto tests and exams. And I've done so many years of that kind of learning. But learning to really change your life is a totally different process. And this process is what I take my members through. And you want to really understand what happens at that very deep subconscious level of your mind, where over 95% of your results come from. So if that is of interest to you, you'll see a link close by to a free masterclass training. I want you to sign up for that because it goes quite deep into what's involved in taking an idea and planting it into your subconscious mind so that it does produce results. So the initial problem, the initial mistake that I ran into when trying to learn from books, and I was reading a ton of books here and there and everywhere, and podcasts and free videos and things, was that I was saturating my analytical mind, the part of us that's responsible for maybe 5% or less of our results. And it wasn't getting through, it wasn't breaking the barrier into the subconscious level. And that's why the results weren't shifting in the external world. And when I started to learn how to learn and learn to implement and get ideas into the subconscious mind to basically rewire my programming, then everything shifted. And that's exactly what I will take you through in the free masterclass. In the link, just go to the link in the description in the free masterclass. You can sign up for that right away. And then what I really take the members of our community through, because if we don't get this piece, you could be wishing and hoping and reading a ton of books, watching a ton of videos, but still not quite getting it. And this can be for money, this can be for health, relationships, really any area that you want to improve. We want to get it right into the subconscious mind. So it's really about rewiring and reprogramming your mind in a certain way. And you choose that way. I just show people how to do it. You choose which ideas you want to get installed in there. Maybe it's of prosperity, maybe it's of greater health, maybe better relationships. You choose the picture, the image of the life, of the business that you want. Maybe it's having a business with much more ease and more free time, like that time freedom, which is so precious for people. And so if you love the idea of that, if you resonate with this, don't make the mistake that I made, which was thinking, oh, all I have to do is do the book learning, that way that we've been taught in school. And not really understanding how to rewire and reprogram our mind at the deep subconscious level. So that's really what you want to get into. So if this resonates, go ahead and take a deeper dive with the free masterclass training that I have in the description. Click on the link, you'll get inside, and we're gonna just get right to it. So let me know, what books have you been reading? Any good books about abundance? Have you tried this? Have you made this mistake? Or are you super glad that you caught this now so that you are ready and willing to learn how to learn so that you can really apply it and get very, very different results, amazing results? Let me know. I'd love to hear in the comments. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and like and comment and subscribe, share this with any friends. And if you want to take it deeper and further, go ahead and click on the link to catch the free masterclass training. My name is Serenity Iris, and I look forward to talking to you soon.